Aw, damn it. I didn't record any of that. Ah, shit. Well,
it says recording on my end.
Well, then you can send me the file then if anything.
No, but I'm not recording, but it says you're currently recording.
Oh, that was weird. It said I was paused. Well, as usual, technical difficulties aplenty on this episode of Beer Belly. John was just busy touching himself a second ago. He recently just stopped, but we'll see if he keeps going. He might resume later on.
Never stop. It just makes me more aggressive.
Can't stop, won't. Absolutely. It just turns them on more the more you tell them to stop. Really is how it works. Oh, God. Well, as teased on our social media accounts at Beer Belly Pod on Twitter and Instagram, John took a very special trip up north from where we're currently located. You want to talk to the people about what the hell you just got yourself into?
Stuff.
What treasure you brought back for us?
Yeah. Well, I was pretty disappointed because AJ and myself were trying to buy some beers from Russian River online. We were unsuccessful, sadly.
Multiple times
now, yeah. And my fiance was like, "You want to do something crazy?" Always down. So 2 days later, we ended up in San Francisco. And then from there, Santa Rosa, where I got myself a Happy Hops.
That's the only reason you went there.
That was the only reason.
Russian River Brewing Co. Happy Hops. But, you know, we joke to anyone who might not be in on the joke. There are probably plenty of people that haven't really had Happy Hops before from like the East Coast and stuff like that. The Midwest. They probably don't have that as readily available, you know?
Too sad. Too bad. Too sad.
Too bad, too sad.
I got it all the time. Yeah, right? So I got my hands on a few Pliny the Elders. Oh, wait, correction. Double dry hopped elders.
2-stage double dry hopped, double IPA.
Oh, yeah.
The Elders. I can't believe we actually get to enjoy that. We're going to have that a little later on in the show. We have some fun stuff that we're going to do up until then, though, of course, before the real majesty begins.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, so you brought yourself a Happy Hops to enjoy, which was the original plan, but I couldn't find it at my local craft shop nearby. So I wanted to go with comparison's sake with a classic Pliny the Elder double IPA.
So I got double fucked.
Basically. You got the double fuck. Well, you could enjoy a double dry hop.
Oh, I'm sorry. The 2-staged double fucked.
2-stage double dry hop, double fuck. Yeah, excellent. Now I know what we're going to name the episode. All right, cool.
And you want to know the worst thing about this Happy Hops, besides the fact I'm not the biggest fan of it?
What's that?
This has been sitting on my closet, it was bottled. Yes. On 06/04/20.
Okay. Coming up on a year almost. Yeah, a few months away.
and they clearly put do not age.
Yep. You're going against code right now, my friend.
I'm going to get all the churros.
Right. Put in your Spanish speaking translator on YouTube for that one, everybody. All right, let's get started. All right, here we go.
It smells like an IPA. Oh yeah,
it looks like an IPA when you pour it as well.
That speaking of which, looks so delicious.
Oh, it smells delicious too. By the way,
I should have got myself a glass.
Yeah, you should go for it. I want to color compare for a second there.
All right,
I'm gonna pour mine right now. Go for it. Gonna do a little ASMR for the people right now. If you can pick that up, Mike might have picked it up a little bit. Maybe when the glass is more shallow. But speaking of shallow, John's a co-host of the show. Real sweet gentleman. You know. A lot of people say that he's kind of a piece of shit, and while it can be understood as to why they might say that, at the end of the day, he's a kind of a well, okay, he's kind of a bad guy. I'll give you that. He actually one time, low key, like touched me in my sleep. He's aware of it. We know you're coming. Almost did that night, if you know what I'm saying. Sorry, Mom, if you're listening, of course. But yeah. Oh, hey, John, how you doing, buddy? Good to have you back.
You're an awful person.
You know what? I only have the nicest things to say about you.
I'll stab you.
So this is what the Elder's looking like right here. Definitely not the murkiest IPA in the world, but it's also not meant to be the most hazy guy either. It's not classified as a hazy for that matter, but it is a very nice and potent double IPA. Sitting in at, what is it, like 8% even or so,
8%,
sir?
I believe, yeah.
Yeah, it's usually like a good even. I feel like every once in a while, Russian River does show some variation on the percentages. Yeah, here we
Mine's
go.
6.5.
And mine will be a nice even 8, as I mentioned earlier.
I am a
Nice.
super jealous bitch, is what I am.
Cheers, sir. Let's see how you like it.
Cheers.
Mm.
Hmm.
Ah, yep. Now that's a Pliny the Elder. Yes.
That's definitely heavy hops. And it's actually not bad.
I'm glad
It's
you're saying that.
flavorful. I'm definitely getting like fruits flavors
Fruits?
from it. It's probably the citri, but let me double check. Let's see what they say on here.
Yeah, please give the people a little trivia right now. Give them a little facts to go home with.
Facts you want? Okay.
What you got on the bottom?
According to the Sergeant General,
Mm.
women should not drink alcohol before beverages during
Bullshit.
pregnancy.
Fake news. Don't know what you're talking about.
Doesn't say.
Okay. No fun facts about it.
No fun facts. It's bottled in Santa Rosa.
There you go. Just look up Russian River Brewing Company, and you'll be greatly delighted. We've talked about this brewery multiple times on the show, probably at least every episode, almost.
I'm surprised we have not reviewed it.
What's that? Happy Hops?
Yeah. Or
Well,
have
you
we?
also have you famously not been a fan of Happy Hops for years now. So I mean, as much as I
Since the day
personally
you
enjoy
tasted
it,
it.
though. I personally enjoy it quite a bit.
It tastes like trash.
After he just complimented it.
No, I'm playing it. It's actually not bad at all. It's way better than a Lagunitas. I'll say that.
There you go, like a standard Lagunitas IPA. I feel that. Around the same percentage, too. I think Lagunitas is usually like a 6.2 or something like that. 6.5. So pretty much like a rival, if you will, of like almost, well, not, I was going to say mainstream. Lagunitas is definitely mainstream nowadays. But as far as
it is
craft,
okay.
microbrewery style brewing,
Not so much anymore.
Lagunitas for sure not. Yeah.
It's like Goose Island. At one point, it was micro, right?
Right. Yeah. At one point, it was a startup, and those days are long gone for sure.
Nope. Yep.
Hell no. But I'm enjoying this. This is actually like a nice treasure for me right now. A nice what's the word? Oh, reward is what I was gonna say. I went on one of my little walks today. I think I did about I forgot my fucking watch at home. I charged it overnight to make sure it was ready to count some calories and some steps and my heart rate and such.
Uh-huh.
And I realized on my way home I didn't fucking bring it. I was like, God damn it. But I want to estimate probably about like 12 kilometers or so. It was a good walk.
Where'd you walk up to, or what direction did you go?
Let me see here. I went southbound, so I walked up. You know, it's the same walk I've talked about before on the show, where I go up to the top of the hill on Peyton, walk down to the shops, the little local shopping center down there, and then loop back around. Pretty much did that whole thing. It was nice.
Okay.
It was nice. I took a couple laps. It's all right. I took a couple laps around the shopping center as well, just for fun. Get some more steps in. Played some Pokemon Go. That kind of helps count my steps somewhat as well. So that's how I was like, okay, I hatched these kilometer eggs. Therefore, I hatched these Pokemon, which means I walked approximately 12-ish kilometers. So something like that.
Okay. And where'd you get your elder from?
From Party House Liquor in Chino Hills. So to anyone who wants a good little craft beer shop, check out that spot for sure. It's really chill. Really nice owners there too. Always really nice guys at the counter, for sure.
Oh, they're great. Even since they like swapped from the older gentlemen to like these younger guys who are probably family in some sort.
I would imagine.
Yeah, they're great.
Mm-hmm. Hell yeah. Super sweet. Every time I come in, they always say hi and bye and all that stuff. Super polite. But yeah, dude, this is nice. I like I said, I was tempted when I got to that shopping center. There's that bar there that sells beer for like buy one get one for $1 or something like that.
Okay,
and
buy one get one trashed.
Yeah, buy one get one trashed. And I've done that before the show, but this time I was like, no, I need to off kilter what I did last episode when I was completely obliterated before the show started. I'm like, okay, now I'm gonna go into this one as sober as possible. Now, okay, so my thing, and I'm sure I've brought it up to you before. My thing is, man, people never get experiences being drunk throughout an episode or well buzzed throughout an episode. It's usually toward like the last half, if not like the last quarter of the show, maybe, or the last third-ish.
I get what you're going with. This start drunk and sober.
or just start drunk and drunk. That was what I did last week, and now I understand that's not what we should be doing.
Oh no. No.
Because I've
Speaking of
listened.
that,
Oh God, go ahead, please.
let me give them a peek behind the curtains. Apparently, AJ, who is our editor, edited out something like 5 to 6 minutes.
Worth of content. Yeah.
I only have one thing to say to that. Release the AJ cut.
The footage does exist still. The footage does technically probably still exist. So if you would really want to watch that or listen to it, let us know at Beer Belly Pod on Twitter and Instagram.
That's all I'm saying. Release the AJ cut.
Right. Let us know in the comments, tweet at us, whatever.
AJ, do you recall at all how drunk you were in the middle of recording? Without
Oh, I think I lost
listening
you for a second.
to
Oh, there
drunk
you are.
AJ. Oh,
yeah.
Do you recall how drunk you were?
I do recall a bit. So I'll say this, which is the most embarrassing part. I thought I did a great job for them.
Oh yeah, you were very confident. Drunk AJ was very confident in what he was talking about.
The only thing is, confidence is great, but in execution, it lacked a little, let's say, skill. Really,
A little bit.
it was a little rough to listen to. I was
It's okay.
Hence
I've done the same.
the
I've
cumulative
done the same.
6 minutes. Yeah, but I feel like so we talked about this after the fact. I brought it up to you at dinner one time, and you were like, "No, I didn't. It didn't really seem that bad." And honestly, probably because since then you've listened to the edit, which is a little bit more of a smooth ride.
Yeah, it was. I'm telling you, when you told me that you edited 6 minutes, I was like, "Whoa!"
It's like 6 minutes here and there, picking like a few seconds here, a few seconds there. Here's a minute of AJ being an asshole, like to where it's not fun. If it were fun, I wouldn't have destroyed it. But nah, like so Rooster Teeth, right? The people that made Red versus Blue and Ruby
Yes, sir.
and all that.
Mhm.
So they have. I want to say it's episode 1. The main creators of Rooster Teeth, the ones that did like Sarge and Church and all them, the original characters of Red versus Blue. So they redid a drunk cut of that, but they won't release it. Like for the longest time, they wouldn't release it, and so then eventually enough people signed up for their membership plan to where they released an edited down version of it, where it was still really funny and it was cool to see them like be drunk together. But apparently, like there was fighting, there were tears, there's all that stuff, and they're just like, yeah, like it's so incoherent, we can't release it. Like it's
I
just.
feel like, is this old? I
This
feel
is
like
now
I've heard
probably like
this.
5 years old now. Yeah.
Okay, I'm pretty sure Peter told me the story before.
Mm-hmm. There you go. I wouldn't doubt if he and I both probably did. But yeah, and for the longest time I wanted to know what that looked like. And again, to my knowledge, they've only released an edited version of that, which was, again, it was still enjoyable, but I kind of want to know what it was like. But now, in hindsight from last episode, I understand why they feel like it's just not worth showing to people.
Yeah.
Like it was so just ridiculous.
At some point, it's drunk and sad.
Yeah, absolutely. Like the worst part was, dude, I had so many fun topic ideas, some of which I won't bring up on this episode just because we kind of touched on it last time. But I had these takes that I wanted to go with, and I think Drunk AJ kind of had an idea still intact of what Sober AJ wanted to talk about, but did it in a completely ridiculous way. I don't know, like in a not as fun way. I'll put it that way. Does that make sense? I just had one idea and it totally went the opposite direction. I'm like, God damn it.
Oh man, this beer, AJ, it's
growing on you, right?
I want to know. I want to get it over with.
You want to get it out of you?
How much do you have left of your Aldi? Because you should save just a bit, just to compare.
You're right. Actually, I have a good amount left. I have like a good like third of a bottle left for sure.
Oh, okay. Yeah. This is all I got.
Okay, enjoy it, man.
And then I'm trying to just speed run this shit. And speaking of speed run, I am kind of curious.
Talk to me.
Removing Mario 64, what is your favorite speed run game to watch? I don't know if it's your favorite, but I feel like that's everybody's.
It's the classic. It's the GOAT of speed running, really. I mean, right?
It's amazing watching the things people do in that game to shave it down still. Holy crap.
The amount of tech that's in that game, holy crap! Seriously, like honestly, one thing I really, I'll get to your question in a moment, but just to add on to what you're saying, I love the tech in that game because you realize like any contemporary Mario game you play nowadays takes from what you can do in that game. Like you can do the running long jump, you can do the backflip, you can do the
Mm-hmm.
side flip. Like I fucking love the
The
tech in that
pound.
video game,
Yep.
the ground pound and all that. Like it's such a fucking sick game. I would love to see if they would do something like re-release it one day. I know they re-released technically like on Switch, and before that
Yeah.
it was on the DS.
MDS. Yeah.
Yes, on the DS and all. Which apparently the DS is like a very good remake with a
And
bunch of
on
fun
the
mini games.
and the Wii, right? Didn't they that release on the virtual console?
Possibly, or maybe the
Yeah.
Wii U. I would imagine
Yeah,
because
Wii U, Wii U.
the Wii U
Wii U.
had a huge online gaming library, a
Yeah.
huge gaming library. Like they even did Super Nintendo, a lot of Super Nintendo
Yes,
on the
they
Wii U,
did.
if I'm not mistaken. Which, honestly, I'm so sad I never bought a Wii U, really, because now they probably cost so much on eBay. I would
Do they?
imagine. I would imagine so. I would imagine so.
Oh
Look
shit.
it
I
up.
wonder if my brother still has his.
Oh, I forgot your brother had. He had the Zelda one too, right? The Wind Waker HD release one.
I don't even remember, to be honest with you.
Pretty sure he
Holy
did.
shit.
He had the one I wanted, if I'm not mistaken, because it has like the cool like Hylian like calligraphy along the sides, the rim of the screen, and all that. It looks really sick.
I think he sold it.
Oh, he should. I think I remember that because I think I was a little sad that I wasn't offered it first, but I didn't. I don't think I said anything. But
I
low
think
key.
he just sold everything to GameStop to get his Xbox, which is now currently
Oh,
next to me.
that's fair. Nice.
So
Good investment,
full
Joshua.
circle. Full circle. Yeah. He has all my classic consoles. He has my Nintendo 64 that still works and my Dreamcast that still works. So
Poor guy. Oh, sorry if I blew out the headphone listeners. I'm gonna
so
actually I'm gonna pour just a little bit more on this. Go ahead, please.
going back to
Yeah.
speed running,
Mm-hmm.
Mario 64. Well, while you're pouring it, let me say this.
Sure, sure.
I think I was watching Mario 64 speedruns when it was like starting to become big. God, there was another top speedrunner who stopped playing that I used to love. That a
Okay.
lot of people still refer to him.
Punkishin?
No, before him.
Oh,
It was
who?
before him. Oh God, I don't remember.
Was he the topless speedruns or whatever? That guy?
No, that guy does Mega Man and Final Fantasy.
Oh, wow. Okay.
But it's just crazy to see from what this guy was doing back in the day compared to what people are doing now.
Sure, sure, sure.
And, yeah, it's insane.
I feel you. I mean, honestly, I don't watch that many speed runs. Whenever I get the chance, I like to watch like summer games done quick and all
Mhm.
that fun stuff. That's really cool. And I sometimes I do like to. Well, I'll say this every year, or when they do the summer and then the awesome games done quick. I always check out the schedule for the games that I want it, like that I'm interested in checking out. Sometimes the Pokemon ones are fun just to see like the strats that they utilize. I'm trying to think of what recently or over the past couple years that I significantly enjoyed. I did kind of like Resident Evil 2. That was kind of fun to watch. Actually, there was one girl that was really good at it. I'm missing her name right now. But she's actually pretty cool. I think her name was Rebecca or something like that. She was really good at it. It was kind of fun because people would get hype just like zigzagging around zombies and stuff like that. And this is like back when they had tank controls in the game. So people would be like, "Oh, she fucking dodged the zombie!" Oh, and it was kind of fun. Like sometimes in games like that, it makes me get a little hype because I'm trying to understand like what makes the moves they do so cool, or shave off seconds at a time. Trying to think though, I usually appreciate Mega Man games. Mega Man X is really fun to watch.
It's all about Mega Man X, man.
The dash, the dash, the dash. It's fucking sick.
The suit upgrades.
Oh yeah, like just seeing like how quickly they can destroy bosses that I never got to beat back when I was a little kid renting the video game from Blockbuster and shit and Hollywood Video. It was so cool to be like, fuck, these guys are way better than anything I could have done. I recently found out that in Halo 4, I'm pretty sure it was Halo 4, there was one dude, I think last year or the year before, he did like this crazy glitch to where he jumped like from gigantic sections of a level, and then he like found a gap in the map, jumped out of a ceiling, I think it was, and then landed in a tunnel like hundreds of feet below and skipped like maybe 20, 30 minutes of combat, something like that. It was
It's
so
so
cool.
crazy, right? How
It's
these people
crazy.
figure this shit
Like,
out.
how do you find that shit? And how do you find where you can land? I don't know. It's so much fun. So I don't have any specific games because I don't watch speedruns enough, honestly. But I do appreciate whenever I do. And
Okay.
sometimes I'm pleasantly surprised because I'm like, oh wow, this is actually really, really fun. I think one time I caught like a Jet Force Gemini speed run. I didn't watch the whole thing. Rarely do I catch a whole speed run unless it's like a hour long one. But it's always fun to watch, dude. How about you outside of Super Mario 64? Because I know that was like your first big one for you.
It still is. So I will say 64 Mario.
God damn it. Mario Party 64.
Banjo-Kazooie is really fun to watch.
Nice.
The first one, the second, like the first one, it takes like an hour and 50 minutes.
That's it?
Yeah. The second one's like 3 or 4 hours.
Oh shit, Banjo-Tooie.
I'm good.
Crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, that would be fun. Banjo-Tooie's a sick game, though. Don't get me wrong.
I love Banjo-Tooie. I'm just not gonna watch somebody speedrun the game for 4 hours.
Absolutely.
Sorry,
I got to. Sorry.
Yeah. So Banjo-Kazooie and Mega Man.
Banjo-Kazooie and Mega Man. I need to take. Okay, so whenever you're to the listener and watch and viewer as well, and to you, John, if you have any suggestions of Banjo-Kazooie speedrunners that I should watch, please let me know. I would be very interested to find out. That'd be tight.
God, I couldn't tell you anymore. You know, there's even speedrun records for like on Marvel 2. Yeah, how quickly you can beat the game.
Arcade mode.
Mm-hmm.
That's tight. Okay, I would be down to see that. Interesting.
And do you know like any of the Pokemon ones or the old school handheld ones?
Mm-hmm.
Like the different categories they have, like beat the game with one Pokemon?
With one? Oh,
yeah.
Shit. Is it with Bulbasaur? Because that's easy mode?
I don't remember, to be honest with you.
I wouldn't doubt. Because, I mean, you could speed run through at least the first 2 or 3 gyms with Bulbasaur alone. Or Bulbasaur to Ivysaur to Venusaur.
Do you remember when Twitch used to play Pokemon?
I remember when Twitch would occasionally play some Pokemon. You and I would chill in your dad's man cave. And Peter yes. of SC Geek Podcast. Check us out. We actually have some new episodes steamrolling through pretty soon. So take a hit from your steamroller and then enjoy the show. SC Geek Podcast on YouTube. Yes.
Will do.
But yeah, dude, I remember that. That was so much fun. Like, fucking left, right. We're stuck on a wall. Up. It was so much fun. That was so much fun.
How did that work again?
Randomly, you would get those assholes that would say start. It's like, God damn it. I don't know.
Do you remember at all how, like, what determined if you were going to go left or right or A or B?
It was inputs. It was just whatever was in the chat. It would accumulate all of them and do them in order. And then there would be a voting period occasionally. I forget. It was every 15 or 30 minutes. If you remember who's watching or listening, let us know. But yeah, it would then have a voting period as to which direction it would go, and whatever would accumulate the most, that would be the next input. So A, B, left, right, up, down, all that stuff. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it was super fun. I really miss those days, man. That was like such a, I don't know. It was like lightning in a bottle, really, of gaming culture. It was so sick.
Yeah, and we were probably burnt out from playing Marvel. I think we were like gaming and watching gaming the entire night. Absolutely. When you used to leave the pad at like 4:30, 5 a.m.
And I would go to work the next day, sir. Hungover, mind you.
Oh, to be young and strong.
I know. I know, right? So to anyone unfamiliar with no more. Back in the day, and we'll probably bring up this all the time throughout the years of the show, but yeah. So John and I would play Marvel vs. Capcom 3 a lot. Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3.
Thank you for the correction.
Absolutely. And then it eventually bled into Marvel Infinite. Super fun game. Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. I was actually recently thinking about that game because I watched Age of Ultron a couple nights ago, and it made me think of Ultron. Honestly, I feel like that movie gets a lot more flack than it should.
That's what I said. And Peter was giving me shit. Remember that like 5 months ago? I was like, you know what?
Mhm.
This movie's not the biggest complaint is it's more of the same, which is I guess
Yeah.
my complaint about Star Wars.
Mhm. Yeah. So
But I still feel like it's a little bit more because I feel like this is the hardest PG-13 Marvel movie there is. Like Marvel
totally,
MC
it's violent.
and curse words.
Next to Winter Soldier.
I think there's a lot more curse words in Ultron.
Oh no, yeah. There's shit they say. Well, I was thinking of Endgame when they say ass, which is
Somebody
the best.
gets shot.
Yeah. Oh yeah, people get shot by a fucking like flying aircraft. Yeah, excellent. No, a grounded aircraft, AJ. No, but no, dude. Yeah, that movie is very violent. It's pretty damn vulgar, especially for a Disney Marvel film. It's crazy. It's a pretty fun flick.
It's pretty good.
And Ultron's voice actor is so good.
He's nice. That's Robert California, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. Fucking, what does he say? Lizard King?
Do you know who I am? I'm the motherfucking Lizard King. That got us pulled off YouTube. But he's so good. I will say this, looking back at it now, it does have some CGI issues, but for the time, obviously,
what year was it?
2012, I think it was.
Yeah.
So it's already been like 9 years. No, I think I might be. Let me Google that really quick. If you had to guess, what year would you say?
I would say, hold on.
I'm not going to tell you the answer until you say so.
I know for a fact that, God, I shouldn't even say for a fact, but I want to
really quick. I'll give you a hint. I was wrong.
I know you were wrong.
Oh,
I know Avengers came out when I was around 22.
All right, John's doing fast math, the fastest of math.
So I'm gonna say 2001. No, I'm gonna say 2015.
Correct. Yeah,
I was right.
Yep, you were spot on.
Fuck you and your shit talk. Slow math works.
Apparently on Metacritic, it has a 66%. I think that's unfortunate. It's way better than that.
I agree.
You know what I forgot? I'm sorry. You mean what? Sorry. Forgive me for interrupting.
I would rather watch that one than I think the first Avengers.
Whoa, sir. Yeah. How dare you? Well, I'll say this. I would agree only because I've seen Age of Ultron.
Exactly.
Well, flip it and reverse it. I've seen the first Avengers movie way more than Age of Ultron.
10 to 15?
Yeah.
I think Ultron I've only seen twice.
I think last night was my third or fourth time. So yeah. At least my third time. Because about a year or two ago, Sin and I randomly watched it. And we both said the same thing. We were like, this movie's way better than people say it is. I remember loving it in theaters. Did you and I see that together? Age of Ultron? Maybe not.
I don't think so.
We were about that age where we would have, though. We were good friends already at that point.
God, maybe we were 25.
We aren't anymore, though.
Was that our peak? Who even are you? Was that our peak of IMAX?
Around that time, probably.
So maybe.
Well, if you think about it, we saw Iron Man 3 together. And that was an IMAX, if I'm not mistaken.
God, we did. Peter and May Lee met us.
Yep. I forget that part, but yes, you're right.
I think the four of us went to Lazy Dogs.
That actually sounds very correct and accurate. I wouldn't doubt. 2015? That's so weird.
Yeah.
No, maybe not then. I probably would have seen that with Sin now that I think about it, because we'd already known each other for a year at that point.
That's why I'm telling you. You abandoned me once you met that she-devil.
Oh, no, that's true. That's true. I mean, I have never been really that good of a friend, to be honest with you. Spoiler alert. But yeah.
Fuck you, AJ.
I know.
You done with your beer? I'm ready for my.
Let me just. I do have a good little bit of a glug to go. I hate to rush an elder, but we do have a very exciting elder to come.
About my slow math? You just a slow man. Shit.
I've never denied being a slow man. That is absolutely the fact. That is absolutely the fact of the matter. On that note, we will grab our next beer in just a moment. We'll see you in a second. Okay. And we're back.
Here we go. I've been looking forward to this since the morning. Oh.
Same here. I withheld drinking up until tonight just to watch you first wide mouth that can, which is very impressive. And then secondly, so we can finally enjoy this. I am so excited. Everyone watching and listening, I would recommend the video version, of course. Just search Bear Belly Podcast on YouTube. You'll find our dumb cartoon faces. John, show them, please.
Look at that beautiful. Look at that fancy writing right there.
Pliny the Elder.
Staged.
Double.
Dry.
Hopped. We both did the whisper. Nice.
Yeah. Because
That's friendship. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we just get each other. What can we do? But yeah, so pretty exciting. So again, just for comparison's sake, we'll get into the liquid comparison as well. But yeah, these are one beer based off one another. This is the original OG boy. But
this is the newer one.
Yes. Pliny for President.
And this is the newest.
Yes. Triplets.
Yeah. Yeah.
All within a 12-month calendar between President and this one too. Crazy to think.
This one was canned on July 22nd.
Oh, nice. Okay. And this one was canned on. It doesn't say it's blank.
I wonder if it's because I got it directly from the shop.
Maybe so. Maybe it's canned.
I got it from the teat, straight from it.
Straight from the teat. Oh, okay. So speaking of Russian River, we probably have talked about this before, but I don't 100% remember. So I also, just for my dad and I to have one day to enjoy, got a bottle of Mind Circus Hazy IPA by the same brewery.
I got mine right there.
Have you seen the new logo?
Yeah. It's the same as the old.
Where he's wearing a mask?
Oh, no.
Isn't that cool?
Let me grab mine.
Okay, so it's kind of hard to see on my video version. I do apologize. I'm trying to zoom in, but as you can see, you don't see the illustration of the character. You don't see his mouth on this.
The can,
but on John's version, which is a slightly older one, right? But you do see a jawline. You do, in fact, see some lips on that boy.
And I can confirm with the bottle, he's also not wearing one.
Not wearing a mask. I totally freaked out immediately when I didn't realize it. I didn't realize it until we were about to record again, until we were about to resume. I told my dad, do not throw away this bottle. Keep it forever.
Well, yeah, now I gotta buy one. It's like my COVID whistle pig that I got.
Exactly. The not farm stock rye. What's it called?
Home stock?
Home stock. That's what it is.
Yeah.
There we go.
Okay.
Before our beer gets too cold, let's
too warm. That's what I'm about to say. Let's open this.
Or too warm, pardon me. You're right. Okay. So as you requested earlier, John, I'm gonna pour
I want your comparison.
Some of the original Elder. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
And that's part of why I was like, okay, I can't get Happy Hops. I might as well compare Elder to Elder, which is what we did for the Pliny for President Elder episode also. So go back to that one. That one's a very fun episode also. An earlier one of ours too.
Oh, the color on this one, AJ.
Oh my God, sir. Oh. I'm so excited. I'm going to pour some in a glass and I'm going to enjoy some from a can.
This isn't Alchemist, my friend. This isn't Eddie Tauber.
But there's a reason why they canned it and not bottled it. There's got to be.
It's cheaper. There's your reason.
It does look cool in a can.
I don't need slow math to tell me it's cheaper.
I don't know. It's such a good looking can, though. It really is.
All right, AJ.
Super excited. Okay.
So I wake up at let's taste it. Yeah.
Comparison's sake.
Let me get your comparison.
Okay, so just visually, I will say the 2-stage double dry hop version, i.e., aka the new one, is a little more cloudy looking. That'd be this one right here compared to this one. In the video, I think you can even tell the difference slightly.
Oh yeah, I can.
One is more cloudy than the other. Yeah,
clearly. Yeah.
Yes. So I'm super excited to try that. Should we take a sip?
Let's do it. Cheers. It tastes like 500 miles.
Your mustache looks like 500 miles. I don't know what that means. I'll say this.
I like it.
Just for comparison's sake alone, this one already has a little bit more of a bite to it. A little more of a, I don't know if carbonation is the word. A bit more of the bubbly to it, for sure.
I'm slowly pouring mine to the brim. I wish you can see it, guys. You can't.
Lift up your damn glass, boy.
I can't. Like, Oh, I almost overfilled it. I think I
Sip
did.
it,
Here we
sip
go.
it.
I'm gonna go in.
Lift it
I'm
slightly.
going.
So
I'm
that way
going.
lift it slightly so the camera can see it, or lower your laptop camera. Yeah, oh my god, this man's a daredevil. Drink it, drink it. Yeah,
There we go.
you got the marshmallows on the mustache. Very good.
Oh man. All right.
Well, that was a big
So
gulp.
here we go. Setting the stage.
Mm-hmm.
Go to sleep at 12. I wake up at 2:30 in the morning, and I head to San Francisco at 3 a.m. We get there. It is a fucking ghost town. We got to San Francisco around 10:30.
Wow.
And Fisherman's Wharf, which is like one of the more popular spots in San Francisco,
Super tight. Super tight.
pretty goddamn dead.
Wow.
But we did get there around 10:30. But like every store was closed except for maybe a total of 7. Even the sea lions were on vacation. I think there was only like one plank that had all of them on it. So, I'm having a good time, obviously, but in the back of my mind, Russian River.
It's right around the corner.
It's not. It's actually an hour away. So, we go through Golden Gate. We go to one of the Vista points where you actually get to walk Golden Gate Bridge.
Cool.
We did that. I'm an obese man. I'm not, but I am. And I'm beer.
Need beer, please now.
John, you only walked out of the car. I don't care. Beer. So we do that for a good hour, and then we head to Russian River.
The spot.
I'm very happy, man. I get there.
Sorry, go ahead. Continue.
Well,
Pardon me.
I get there. We park. I get my seat, and right away I ask the guy, "Do I need to order my cans right now, or am I okay to get drunk and regret all of the cans I buy?"
Well put. Well put.
Yeah, and he said, "You're a winner. Get drunk." Something along those lines. I don't think he can actually say that, but he winked at me.
He gave you the wink. The like, you're gonna be all right. She's gonna like it a lot.
So I pound one. I'm in fucking heaven, and he brings me another one right away, like within seconds of me almost finishing mine.
A gentleman.
I'm like, fuck yeah. You want to know the best part was he didn't ask me for it. He literally just brought it, and I didn't get charged for it.
What?
So I think he delivered it to the wrong table, and I was like, okay.
Hence it being so ready, I guess.
So I was like, why not?
Like, maybe that was what the wink was, though. You don't know. Maybe.
I did some dirty stuff for this.
Mm-hmm.
So
I appreciate it.
I got two of the little tasters, those little 4 ounces, one of the Pliny the Elder, one of the double dry hop.
Oh, you got tasters too? Oh, interesting.
After I had 2 of them, after I downed 2 of them,
basically. Like 2 real poor boys. Okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Too drunk to realize the difference between the 2. Doesn't matter. They're both they're amazing. Both
delicious, no matter what.
Got another one of these bad boys. Called it a night. Not a night, a night there. And of course, stocked up. I think I bought 12 of these, 16 of these, somewhere around there.
I can't believe, like, it's like almost an, not unlimited, but they allow you to buy quite a lot for making the journey there.
8 per person.
That's pretty good, my friend.
Yeah.
That's pretty damn good.
8 per person. So I get to the hotel drunk. I mean, drunk.
Can you add up how many you had? How many ounces approximately?
I believe it's
Ballpark?
12 pours. I had 4 slow math.
12 ounces times 4, 48?
40. Wait, I'm doing my slow math.
I'm sorry.
Then I had 2 4-ounce tasters, which equals out to 17 ounces.
17 ounces total?
Yeah.
That doesn't sound right. You only had tasters?
Now I'm playing 52 ounces.
I was going to say.
Well, you're mocking my slow math.
No, it's all good. I feel
yeah, good 52 ounces. Get to the apartment, and I'm like, yeah. I made sure I bought 2 extra cans to keep on partying later, which I proceeded to do.
Very good.
So I got on the bed. I started drinking it. I got about halfway, and from there, the family left.
Cool.
And I'm just about done my first can, and I'm fucking drunk. I
Nice.
mean, I'm drunk. Like I'm wondering, should I have another one? I'm contemplating, and as I'm contemplating, I just hear. Tss. What am I supposed to do at that point? That I can't go to waste?
I mean, you did the right thing, really. Who could blame you at that point? You did what you had to do.
Yeah, totally got drunk. And then I woke up with bed bugs on the bed. The end.
Oh, no, that's not the end, sir. That's definitely not the end. Tell the people the rest.
My fiance woke me up. I was very intoxicated. Apparently, she was basically hitting me to wake me up because I was drunk, passed out. You know how that
fuck
works.
up, John. Oh, well, for sure.
Yeah. So I wake up and I'm, still a little inebriated. I'm surprised I wasn't more drunk. I even told my fiance that the other day. I was like, I'm surprised I wasn't more drunk. Like, I was stumbling drunk. I'm surprised I wasn't. She wakes me up. I get out of the bed and I see 2 bugs just crawling on the bed. And again, I'm drunk. I'm just like, fuck, I want to go to bed.
Crawling, sir.
Crawling. Yeah. And we got video of the hotel. I won't put them on blast. They haven't refunded me my money, so I got to call them tomorrow.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, video of these bugs. And yeah, we left. We ended up having to, yes, I know it's extremely hard to get rid of, and they spread very quickly. But my fiance was lucky enough to wake us up before anything bad happened. But we did bag everything in separate bag, like literally trash bags, washed everything twice, yada yada.
Good.
No bites. Bite free since 93. And yeah, got home at midnight. Tired. Then
ish.
Fin.
For the French listeners, of course. By the way, just a quick shout out to everyone that is listening and watching, not only in America, but the few that we have outside internationally. Like, Jesus Christ, we have Russian people watching and listening to this. So shout out to y'all, to the Germans, to everyone. It's crazy. We have people in Australia listening to this, sir. Isn't that crazy? I don't understand.
I'm too drunk to comprehend it, so no, it's not crazy.
Even sober, I don't even understand what the hell we did to get this, but I'm very happy. By the way, John sent a GIF earlier. Let's see. Is it the classic "Let Me In" GIF?
Yes, he did.
Oh, okay. That's what it is. Okay.
Whenever it's a Zoom meeting and you don't let me in, I'm gonna send it.
Fair enough.
I had never once used that GIF until we started doing Zoom recordings.
It's necessary now. It's a classic. It
feels appropriate.
Now. No,
I feel
absolutely.
like I'm behind a gate and let me in. So AJ, we've been teasing about it. We've been talking about it. We've dreamt about it. Maybe masturbated about it.
Oh, definitely masturbated. I'm not sure what you're talking about, but definitely still masturbated regardless.
You finally got to experience RIP.
Yes. I was hoping that's where you're going.
How was that? Tell me.
So it was fun. We had a good old time. It ended up being... okay. So I will say, and we talked about it when we were there in front of our friend Peter. Again, search SC Geek Podcast. He's a great friend of this one. It's another podcast for you. Yeah, hashtag shameless plug indeed. If you're just real quick, we talk about stuff. We're more focused on gaming and comic book movies and shit like that on that podcast. If that's more your thing, check that out too. Anyway, so we talked about this right in front of him, which was it was honest truth though. But also, I've come to the conclusion that it's probably for the best. I'm gonna say that it was good that Peter was there, because if he wasn't, we would have been even more obliterated, sir.
You think so?
Oh, absolutely. Well, we talked about it, you and I. We were like, oh my God, like if it wasn't for the conversation, we would have been 3 flights in at least. I think we ended on 2. We ended like on 2 1/10 or something like that. 2 1/4.
We had 10 5-ounce pours. So 40
IPAs.
ounces?
Yes.
Yes.
Correct. Which was super fun, though. I mean, I loved it. I look forward to it. One thing I was shocked by that I brought up that evening, though. So last episode, when AJ was an incoherent drunk mess, he had a little taster of a double black IPA from that same brewery, Rip Brewing.
Hmm.
2 Y's in that rip, by the way. No, they didn't have in stock in house. I was kind of surprised by. I was like, wait, how can you outsource that but not have enough for your own actual brewery location? That kind of was shocking. But at the same time, it's more to look forward to in the hopefully the near future. But I enjoyed the IPAs. Some of them were really, really good tasting and very
Right.
different, super different. Like there were some that I got like a fruitful flavor of, and others that were just surprisingly dank, and others that were more of like the standard fare that you would expect from an IPA. But long story short, I enjoyed the fuck out of it. I appreciate that we were able to get good pizza like 2 doors down while we were drinking our
That pizza was
beer.
unbelievably good.
It was super
I was
good.
surprised. I was like, "What?" The wings were pretty basic, but
Yeah,
the pizza was amazing.
you know where the specialty lies. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So I'm very happy that we went. I look forward to going back again. I really look forward to going back again. One, just to really just have a good time chilling there and see how many fights we can get down. That said, so I did say that we were slower while we were there because we were conversing amongst ourselves along with our friend Peter.
Right.
But
The night
we did
didn't
happen
end.
to have several
Yeah.
double IPAs after the fact.
The night did not end from there.
Did not.
Party courteous of AJ and John. John
Yes.
for buying the beers, AJ for supplying two. I supplied one.
I think we had two.
No, I know for a fact I supplied one of
Oh,
mine.
you
So
threw it in one, you threw in one too?
that's how drunk AJ was, everybody.
Well,
Yes.
okay, I'll say this much. John had a classic John question. Well, a classic John and AJ friendship question, which is that after we had our 3 apparently of those after the 2 flights of 5 ounces of IPAs, near the end of the evening, and it only ended because I mentioned it, because I answered John's question, but he's like, "You want to have another one, sir?" And I was like, "One more?" And I was like, "No, I really should drive home safely tonight." But don't get me wrong, I was very tempted to say yes.
That explains the extra beer inside Yvonne's backpack.
Yep.
Because she
We did not.
pulled it out yesterday. Like she literally opened up her backpack and she was like, and my face was like this. Because I after this podcast, I was down to 1. But now I'm down to 2. And guess what? I'm gonna be drinking right after this podcast.
You gonna have another one?
Oh, baby, I might have 2.
Ooh, I have the day off tomorrow too, so I might do the same. But your boy actually has a vaccination appointment tomorrow.
How'd you get that?
Well, technically, my job is classified under food and agriculture, so therefore, I am part of Wave 1B and younger than the 65 below or the 65 and up. So it worked out. I'm excited. I'm
Nice.
excited. I might come back with a third ear, but I'm excited.
You already got that third nipple, so
Yeah.
third
you
year
know,
won't be that bad.
we don't talk about that. But that's the one that I get to milk on a regular basis. So it's all good.
So let me follow up with one more question.
Sure.
If you even remember the answer,
We'll see. Oh, I think I know.
how
what you're gonna say.
about them fish tacos, bro? Question mark.
Oh, so after we went to Rip Brewing Company in Orange County, we hit up this little taco truck alley in this industrial park, which was super sick. I look forward to going back, especially because you and Yvonne both said, "Oh, there's usually like 2 more trucks involved as well."
Probably like 4 more. Yeah.
Oh my fucking jeez. I'll say this much. I was so hype about it the next day. I told Sin about it. I was like, "We need to go. We're gonna go. We're gonna have a great time."
Friday and Saturdays are the best days to go. I'll say that right now. Around 9 to 11 p.m. between those times is when it's booming.
What day of the week did we go? Was it a Friday? It was a Friday, I think, right?
Yeah, it was a Friday, but a Friday at like 12:30 midnight, 1 a.m.
It was. I mean, it was popping. It was popping.
God, maybe it was earlier than that because I forgot. I drunkenly watched WandaVision.
Nice.
But you guys took off.
Yeah. Good choice. Good choice. But oh man, we should talk about that eventually. If not this episode, soon. God. So the fish tacos were great. I will say this though. It might have been the myriad of types of food I had that day, but honestly, my stomach was bloated out like 3 feet long extended distended than it normally is. It was bad, and I wasn't sure if it was the fish tacos or what, but my gut was messed up. It was bad.
You had 3 fish tacos that were not small. You had an extra taco that Yvonne gave to you.
I forgot
You
about that.
had 3 to 4 slices of pizza, and you had like 1 or 2 buffalo wings, AJ, in a span of like 4 hours. Are you really that surprised that you were bloated? Because I'm not.
I felt sick.
Yeah, I'd imagine.
Go fucking figure, Sherlock. Oh my! I know, right? No, I when I woke up that next morning multiple times, I had to question a lot of ideas I had that previous day. I was like, why did I think that was okay? Why? But
But
yeah,
it was nice that we didn't get obliterated in a rip, because I do believe
no, yeah,
if it was just you and myself, we probably would have been pounding from the second we got there.
it would have been 0 to 100 real quick. Which is why I think Peter was low key like the saving grace of that evening. That said, it eventually came to fruition, but it was
Peter Party just
extended.
started with us.
I was so excited about that. So again, anyone who's not in on the in crowd of this show, our buddy Peter, real sweet dude. We run another podcast with him, as we've talked about multiple times. But yeah, he's not he's not into having a beer centric podcast. We'll put it that way. He's not the biggest drinker in the world, but
No,
occasionally the guy enjoys a good little party mode.
he knows how to party. Yeah, he knows when he decides he wants to party, he parties. I'll say I think that's the best way of putting it. When he decides he wants to party, yeah, and he lets go, and it's nice because there is a side of him that it will let go.
Oh, I've seen it happen. And sometimes it gets a little wild, but that lets me know that we're in party mode, Peter. Now it's when he goes from Peter to P fresh is what happens. That's
the freshest of peas.
The freshest of peas, absolutely.
So AJ, I have a riddle for you.
Oh,
are you ready for the
answer
riddle?
it? But sure.
I don't think you will be able to.
Fuck you.
One Pliny the Elder is a 2-stage dry hopped IPA.
Okay.
The second Pliny the Elder is also a 2-stage double dry hopped IPA.
Mm-hmm.
Is this just a reskin of this?
We talked about it that evening, sir. And honestly, I'm sincerely curious. I really am.
Not.
Okay, well, I'll say this before. Do you have further explanation?
I believe I do. I'd have to Google my. Just say what you gotta say.
Let me say what you gotta say while you gotta Google stuff, unless you have.
I'm not gonna Google. I don't got my phone. I'm not gonna Google shit.
Okay,
I want people
fine.
to correct me.
I will say that I'm not. I'm just gonna say this. I trust Russian River Brewing Co. enough to where they wouldn't just do that. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Yep. So, yes, I went to my parents this Saturday. I got pretty trashed. So
congratulations.
My memory might be a little off, but this one is a double IPA. And this one is an Imperial double IPA.
Where does it say Imperial anywhere on there though?
You have to look it up on their website.
Oh, but it does classify it as an Imperial?
Yeah, this one for sure has Imperial. I just don't remember if it's an Imperial IPA or a double Imperial IPA.
Oh my god! Well, it's definitely a double IPA, so therefore it would have to be double Imperial to be technical.
Yeah. So, and this one's like a standard double IPA.
Well, but not just standard 2-stage double dry hop.
2-stage, yes.
Yes.
My bad, bro.
So no, how dare you? But no, that okay. Thank you for clarifying that, because that makes all the difference as far as I'm concerned. Do I have limited knowledge in what makes an Imperial IPA and an Imperial IPA? Absolutely. But if there is at least verbiage differentiation, that's all I need. That's all I need to believe. You know what I mean? I'll put it that way. Okay, real quick, sir. I know you just took a drink. I know you did.
Fast.
And this is going to be more for the video watchers than for the audio listeners. But can we just honestly, who knows if this is going to happen very often? It might happen next year. It might happen annually. Who knows? But can we just take a sip just to enjoy it? Like just to really treasure it for a moment? I think we should.
Okay, let's do it.
To you, sir. To your
to
engagement.
me, to my engagement.
Yeah, it's not a bad IPA.
It
It's
has a
not
nice
bad.
little bite to it, right?
That's what I was saying in the beginning. In
Yeah.
comparison to the Elder, it's a little more of a to it. Just a little more of a bite.
But it's not overpowering.
No,
It's subtle, right? It's
go
I
ahead.
think the one in Alder is subtle. It's
Oh,
like it's super subtle.
it's
But
smooth.
but this bite is not overpowering. Like not even close to it.
It's not brutish or anything like that. I don't feel like I'm getting punched in the face by it.
It's balanced with the rest of the flavors.
Which I think is what Russian River probably goes for. Because you think about it, granted, it's been over a year since we've had nice Pliny the Younger. It's been over now a year since we've had Pliny the Younger. But even that, as a triple IPA, doesn't kick you in the face like some double IPAs do. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like you have Knuckle Sandwich, and that's a double IPA. That's definitely a double, right?
Yes, it is.
Is it
100%
ten
it is.
percent? 10%?
Yes, it is. Good memory.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, it's a great IPA. That's one of those where if I want to get
Amazing.
if I want to get a tang kick in the glass, if I want to feel something in life, I'll have that. You know what I mean?
You get yourself a knuckle sandwich.
Exactly. It's in the name. It's in the name. Absolutely. Um, but I feel like Russian River, it goes for a more refined type of flavor. Granted, I don't want anyone to think that it's some cheap tasting IPA because we've all had those IPAs to where they just don't taste like you could tell that the taste is kind of there, but it's hollow, kind of like a Wolf Pup IPA. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Or a Hazy Pup IPA, whatever, by like Golden Road and stuff,
Golden Road.
or Lagunitas, where it tastes like an IPA. You get that initial
Yep.
kind of essence of it, but it doesn't have the power as well. Where a Pliny the Elder, or this bad boy right here, or the Pliny for President, as John pointed out, those not only have the power, but it has just more of a smoothness to it, a calmness to it, if you will, to where you're not getting. It's not ridiculous. It's not going out of its way to let you know that it's about to wreck your ass. Does that make sense?
Right. Oh no, 100%. Um, they are located in Sonoma County, and I believe Sonoma County is the biggest wine distributor in
Oh,
America. Right? Was it that fun fact that we heard?
definitely the most renowned by far and away. Like the way that the
Compared to
elevation
Napa.
is there, and yeah, well, Napa has its own thing, of course, and I imagine that between Sonoma and Napa Valley, those two valleys, they specialize in different types of wine, though. To be fair, you know.
Yes, and they have. I correct me if I'm wrong. I believe you said a microclimate, right?
Well, you're also wrong.
Microclimates.
Well, microclimates are a huge factor, yes, but the only problem is that you're mostly wrong. So you got to take that with a grain of salt, really.
You can eat a dick, AJ.
You know what? Joke's on you. I fucking love dick, all right? I eat that shit for breakfast every day. Scrambled egg, sausage, ham, dick. Don't look at Yvonne. Don't look at Yvonne for support.
I'm looking at her. I'm a little disturbed.
If she knew what I was saying, she'd be like, "Damn right, bitch." But you're the bitch in this situation. Pardon me, but yes, microclimates.
That escalated really quickly. I want to go home.
That's what you have. What's what happens when you have a couple Pliny the Elders. I'm so enjoying this. I don't want it to end, and it's almost over.
Not for me, baby. I got 2 more cans.
Oh, I got one more.
You're not sharing it with Papa Burgundy?
That's the problem. I probably will, if he's down tonight. I want it to happen tonight.
Well, if he doesn't, he's gonna miss out, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. But I did buy him that. I bought him the Mind Circus, and I bought him a classic Elder just to supplement that, though.
Okay.
Out of love, you know. But anyway, you were talking about microclimates within Sonoma County,
Yeah.
or Sonoma and Napa, right?
So I wonder if that has to do with the way they grow their hops and what makes it just
That much danky.
It's dinky, but just refined, just nicer tasting compared to, breweries that are kind of around here, opposed to up there where they're growing their own hops and these micro climates.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't doubt the humidity probably plays a huge part in this beyond what you and I are capable of really understanding. I would say that it probably plays a huge part in
Right
that.
here,
Would not
right
doubt.
over my head.
Oh yeah, big
I
time.
ignorant.
The problem for me, I'm 5'6", so a lot of things go over my head really easily. I'll tell you that much.
Yep. Hashtag short people problems.
Absolutely, for sure. Hashtag Napoleonism. So there you go.
Oh yeah.
Short man complex.
I got the very last of mine, AJ.
Me too, sir. It's so sad. I don't want it to end at all,
You
but
got one more?
alas, it needs to. Well, it's going to be. Well, what I have here is a pretty good gulp. Again, for reference,
Gulp it.
AJ head
Huge.
compared to beer pour.
Small next to AJ's head.
First of all, go fuck yourself.
For the listeners, not the viewers.
All right.
Oh, are you ready? I don't know what's going on.
No, I took a little sippy poo. I just want it to last just a little bit longer. I mean, I don't know when the next time I'm going to have this is. Maybe right after the podcast. I might have to share half a can with my dad. It's going to be a sad time.
They're so good. Oh.
Thank God for Russian River Brewing Co.
Yeah.
May they live on for years to come.
Years
to come.
They've been around since the 90s. I don't think they're going anywhere anytime soon.
Yeah, that's a good point. Do you think Pliny the Heartbreaker, it may not have been the most mainstream title, but I think it really consolidated our feelings on the situation.
Oh, 100%. We're obviously fanboys of this brewery and of Pliny the Younger.
Yeah.
And when the fanboys can't have the juice that brings them life, it's pretty heartbreaking.
It's very true. Especially because the year prior, my co-host freaking got a standing ovation for getting the last pour of Pliny the Younger 2020.
He was there.
It's like really, or I'm sorry, 2019 rather,
2019,
right?
Yeah.
The last pour of the spot we went to. He got literally the last pour. It's kind of hard to top that moment, really.
God, AJ, I want to say it was 2020. It was 2020. It was a month before COVID.
It was the beginning of 2020. You're right. So yeah, Pliny the Younger 2020. Excuse me. Yep. So I can't believe that. It's kind of hard to top that kind of moment, though. I mean, if anything, I wish we had this podcast at that time. That way we could have talked about it then too.
We'll talk about it next year. It's gonna be a nice episode.
Eventually.
Oh yeah.
All right, shall we?
Yep. Cheers. To a good podcast.
To a good podcast.
Oh yeah.
Oh man. But yeah, so just to recap, check out Hollingshead Brewing in Orange, California. Check out RIP Brewing Company, RIIP Brewing, over in Orange County as well, correct?
It's definitely in Orange County. I couldn't tell you the city. Newport, looking at my fiance.
I'm pretty sure it's Newport, yes.
RIP Brewery? It's in Huntington.
Oh, Huntington, actually, yeah.
I'm getting one of these.
Right. Pretty sure it was Huntington, according to my
It's by
GPS.
the beach.
Yeah, exactly.
There's an ocean, there's sand, and there's a Jack in a Box.
Oh, sir. Okay, I'll talk to you about something.
Bolsa Chica. Okay.
Oh, Bolsa Chica? Really?
I didn't know that. Okay.
Well, because we're not cool like that. We're not the locals like your girlfriend or like your fiance is.
I am a local, you bitch.
Nah. You're a new local. You're still a new local. Local yokel.
Okay, you're right.
All
okay.
right, well, we'll end the show here. You and I will talk right after this just for a minute. I know you have work to do. But anyway, this has been an episode of Beer Belly. Catch the video episodes of these episodes, go figure, on a Beer Belly podcast on YouTube. You can hit us up on Spotify, your preferred podcast apps, really. That's how you're listening to us now, I imagine. But yeah, if you have random friends who you feel appreciate beer and alcohol like we do, let them know. If you feel like, hey, you know what? These guys might enjoy these idiots as much as I do, or nearly as much, probably just let them know that we exist. It's a pretty fun show.
Please do.
If you want a Beer Belly sticker, also hit us up. You can email us, beerbellypod@gmail.com. Find us on Instagram and Twitter, beerbellypod. Pretty much that. Anything else you'd like to add, sir? Your words of wisdom for the week?
Oh, words of wisdom for the week? If you don't live in California... Wait, let me correct myself. If you live in California, go to Santa Rosa. It's the best place ever to go to.
There you go. You've heard the man himself. That's a really good point to make, actually, because, again, if we didn't talk it up enough this episode, we will eventually in the near future. Have a great one. Be safe.
Bye, guys.
Take care of each other. Bye-bye.